Now tax deductible in 37 states. Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to xplay.
When Dungeon Siege came out in 2002, it sold well because it was an accessible RPG that made it easy for you to control multiple characters.
And now there's a new expansion pack for it. But don't worry, if you're new to the game, it comes bundled with the original title so everyone can enjoy the new content.
If you enjoy killing giant spiders, that is.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Here's a review of Dungeon Siege Legends of Arana.
Arana, an ancient land.
Life is tough if you live in a fantasy land. Oh yeah, things might be okay for a little while, but then of course some big evil shadowy thingy comes along and everyone's at risk. But wouldn't you know, the great heroes happen to be elsewhere. Maybe they're at Gen Con. Who knows? So, in order to emphasize how desperate things are, they come to you to bail out the world.
And he's looking for someone to clear out the monsters. It's time to prove yourself.
That's how the expansion pack, Dungeon Siege Legend of Arana, begins, and it's safe to say it won't carve new territory in the fantasy writing department. But as a game, it's got something going for it. If you haven't played Dungeon Siege before, you might think it's just a Diablo clone. It does follow the conventions: fight beasts outdoors, collect loot, go in dungeon, fight beasts in dungeon, collect loot. It does have a little more going for it. Primarily, it's really pretty. The beautiful environments will keep you coming back to see what's next. Also, the game has no loading screen, so once you start playing, all you do is play. Although, how you play might bother some people. Rather than clicking on the enemy to attack like a twitching idiot, you just select your hero and set them upon an enemy. From that point, the game just automates and you primarily monitor health. You can adjust how aggressive your characters are and the formation of your party, but if you like a little more interactivity in your games, you may need some tiddlywinks on hand to keep yourself busy. Though the biggest issue with Legend of Arana is the lack of variety of monsters. There are a good number of them, but at any given time, there's only a handful of types. Like here. It's some big spiders. Now I'm fighting other big spiders. Okay, now it's, big green spiders. Holy crap, it's small yellow spiders! And it's half man, half spider spiders. But hold on, it's a really big old spider that farts out small purple glowing spiders. Okay, got past that. There's got to be something new. It's giant rats. Unlike the medieval Orkin man. More or less, if you like the first Dungeon Siege, you'll like Legend of Arana, but the changes are so modest between the two that it's not going to win over any detractors. But it's a fine continuation of the gameplay style. A 3 out of 5.
But if you can avoid being eaten and find some gold, well, then being an adventurer would be most enjoyable, I would think.
Okay, so, I don't know, how about an RPG where you don't fight grass and spiders? Is that too much to ask?
How about a volleyball title without breast physics? Is that too much to ask?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.